Gaolang's victory over Justin pretty much went exactly as expected considering everything we learnt about the new fighters so far. A low div dub, something that just makes the most sense and I'm glad it happened. The Thai God of War is now in the final of the Real Champion tournament and his opponent will either be Kanaragito or Lolong, who are about to face each other, a fight that could be the best we've ever gotten in Kengan Omega so far. Hopefully it lives up to the hype. Apart from that, we got a new side manga, which includes the greatness of Kuroki Gensai, Kanaragito and Lolong. Perfect timing. I'll be breaking down the entire fight of Justin and Gaolang, what to expect for Kana and Lolong, and this new crazy side chapter. Welcome to the Mysterious Weeb YouTube channel, a place for all the Kengan content you need. Let's get into it. So I think it's been made incredibly clear that Gaolang has the best chance we've ever seen to be the winner of this tournament, defeating either Kana or Lolong in the final, with us getting Yamashita claim that this is the pinnacle of strikes, talking about Gaolang and how he's the world's strongest striker, something that was already established back in Kengan Ashura multiple times after his Kana fight, and is indeed still the case, with him demonstrating improved battle IQ potentially, alongside confirmation that Gaolang is the foresight killer as we learned in his Jurata fight, something that so far is unique to him and makes him even more overpowered. Therefore, you cannot deny that Gaolang is a certified top tier, being more than worthy of being ranked alongside Kana and Lolong at the tops of the Purgatory and Kengan associations. As for a long time, especially after his fight against Carlos in the Purgatory tournament, a lot of people didn't really respect him, or you could say downplaying his power, while also kinda ignoring that he already demonstrated the ability to overcome pre-initiative, with him being the one to reveal a direct counter for it, all the way back in his Carlos fight, who is a master of pre-initiative himself. We get it more so implied that Gaolang can use pre-initiative, but more so doesn't need to due to having a direct counter for it as he demonstrated in his Jurata fight, and is a key reason I believe it's very possible he'll be able to defeat Kana or Lolong in the final. These two are pre-initiative masters themselves. Kana unlocked it during the Kengan Annihilation tournament, using it to dominate Hatsumi in round 3, and then have that crazy pre-initiative exchange with Kuroki Gensai, where Kana was performing insanely well, while Lolong was using it against Omar, defeating Omar in the pre-initiative battle in the early stages of their fight. And now Gaolang is going to be able to watch these two kings face one another, revealing all their tricks and the full extent of their improvements over the recent time skips. Kana was already confirmed as getting much stronger compared to his Jurata fight, which was already recently in the story, and Lolong has a new ace in the hole and probably more things to reveal, most likely due to some intense training he's done after facing his first ever defeat against Tokita Oma, which to me means these two are going to have a crazy high div fight, with injuries being a major factor that could potentially give Gaolang his victory. But apart from that, the Thai God of War wants his own revenge. He wants to face Kanaragito in that final, the longer rated rematch against the person who defeated him for the first time, at least in a fair manner where Gaolang recognized him as superior to himself. Unlike Carlos, who Gaolang is being portrayed as above at every point after losing to him. However, now I think it's a good time to go over this new side chapter which reveals some interesting stuff at the very least. So the chapter involved these three getting ready to pull up on Shenmue Long, with Kuroki arriving with the best drip we've ever seen, absolutely goated, while Kana looks like someone about to enter high school or something, pretty goofy. But the various dialogue things we got from Kuroki is very interesting, particularly the first one here, where he recognizes or is claiming that the connector, Shenmue Long, is extremely powerful. All three of us will work together to beat him. As we know, when they pulled up in the main series, that didn't exactly happen. Lolong was fighting the direct subordinate, the embodiment of me in the Kengan story. Kana was fighting Yan of course, and Kuroki with the one-on-one against Shenmue Long. However, the initial plan was all three of them to fight Wulong, which if that did happen, I wonder what would have actually happened. Shenmue Long probably would have gone all out, and we would have had probably potentially the most crazy thing ever happen in Kengan. Kuroki, Kanna and Lolong getting embarrassed at the same time. I would hope not, but who knows what full power Shen is actually truly capable of. I wouldn't be insanely surprised at this point. However, that would ruin the infinite stocks of Kuroki Gensai, so luckily the outcome we got is better for the almighty beard. But just the various dialogue things we got from Kuroki in this chapter, such as him stripping in the open, Kanna listening to everything Kuroki says, and Lolong just being confused the whole time, absolutely great. With the chapter itself being available, I believe, on the Kengan Ashura subreddit, or links are posted in the free to join Discord link in the description. But now let's go over the Justin and gaolang fight. But before that, I need to mention the issue with the new characters. This tournament was meant to be filled with champion fighters, with Sandrovich introducing 3 new ones who were meant to potentially shake up this tournament and maybe be on the same level as these other characters we know are top tiers, but none of them were even close. Justin was decently impressive in his showing against gaolang, being able to take him to the ground, but even in the most recent chapter, Kazi was more so saying this may have been part of gaolang's plan from the beginning, so you can't really give him insane props. And even the narrative provided for Justin, it's more so that he's on the same level as Okubo, or maybe even weaker than him depending on your perspective. So with that alone, he doesn't belong in this tournament. And then the other 2 were complete trash. Ramon was kinda cool and maybe just got outclassed, but if he was meant to actually be in this tournament, he shouldn't be getting outclassed regardless, and this guy was just a waste of time. So I would say I'm fairly disappointed with the new characters. Justin is kinda the exception, with him also potentially setting up an American fighting arc in the future. Maybe something Koga can do, considering he is the protagonist, and we haven't had Koga time for like over a year at this point. However, for the sake of the tournament itself, these 3 were a colossal disappointment, but the improvement of all the characters we love has been cool to see. Kanna getting stronger, Lolong potentially getting his redemption. He's still my predicted winner of this tournament, but who knows, gaolang does have the potential to win considering he's made it to the final with not insane injuries, or really he's pretty much fresh. His first fight against Jirota resulted in some injuries, but nothing too major, and then against Justin, nothing was done against him. He was taken to the ground once and that's about it, no damage at all, so he's pretty much 100% for the final fight. Now moving forward, I truly hope they give Kanna and Lolong the justice they deserve. This could be the best fight we've ever seen in Kengan. A lot of us in the fandom have been anticipating these 2 fighting one another in the future, ever since the Purgatory vs Kengan tournament, the battle between the 2 kings. Then during the time skips we saw them chilling together. They pulled up with Kuroki on the worm. These 2 are absolutely go-to characters, have dedicated fandoms, are certified top tiers, and deserves a high quality fight that's amongst the best we've ever gotten. So it's either a lot of people are going to be disappointed or it's going to be absolutely amazing. We had a break week recently and the last few chapters have been fairly short, so hopefully they're spending a lot more time on Kanna vs Lolong to give us absolute greatness. We can only hope, but we'll find out in the near future. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Shout out to these members, the absolute mad lads. Thanks for all the support. That's it guys. Peace.